the thing is that Star Wars, Star Trek, and anything that was kind of like it never, ever impressed me. And I know that's probably going to piss off some people, but there was nothing remotely interesting in either series to me. The most the girls liked were the princesses. The guys loved, well, the half-naked princess and all the action. I was just like, yeah, whatever. So when Sly Cooper coming out, that's basically me. I used to like the Xfinity series until they kicked out my driver, so I stopped giving a shit about that. And the Cup series, the Cup series right now has me very angry. My driver's retired. The idiot taking his place. Oh. Daytona's deadly. Daytona is a very deadly track. And I would be careful when you start saying shit about Daytona. This is just a forewarning. Because I did witness somebody die on that track, and it still lives with me to this day. So let's be a little vigilant on Daytona. That memory is unfortunately too fresh. I mean, I thought my dad had the whole Star Wars collection. And he tried getting me into it, and I fell asleep, like, in the first 15 minutes of the movie. Arguably, it's because I was also a kid, and my attention span... My attention span was out of a spoon! Oy. Star Wars did not interest me. He thought, okay, maybe she was just tired. Maybe she was just tired. Then he tried making me watch it again another time. And again, within the first 15 minutes, it put me out like a light. So my parents were like, oh, so Star Wars is apparently enough to put the kid out for bed. Let's do that. NASCAR racing isn't for everybody. Actually, I shouldn't say NASCAR. Racing, auto racing, isn't for everybody. It's the reason it got me, and I've said this before, and it's pretty bad. Since the day I was born, I have been going to a racetrack my whole life. Racing has been a major part of my life. Admittedly, when I was a kid, I want to say I was about 7 when this happened. I could be wrong. I never gave much shit to NASCAR. There were 2 drivers I liked. Mark Martin and Jeff Gordon. But I don't know why Mark Martin. My mom told me every time that man appeared on screen, I would just smile from ear to ear. And Jeff Gordon, because it was a rainbow car. I was a little girl. I mean, need anything else be said? Well, that was how I was. I did not care for racing. I had the same mentality as everyone else. It's just a bunch of cars going in fucking circles. What's so interesting about that? Well, in February of 2001, that changed. Some of you might know this name, some of you might not. It was a normal race like any other. And we were on the last lap of the Daytona 500, which is the kicker of the season. or the start of the season, rather. You might know this name. Again, you might not. Dale Earnhardt Sr. His son and a friend of his were in front of him, and he was in third place. They were a part of his team, so he fought to protect both the top lines and the bottom lines, making it impossible for anyone to pass him. And in turn 4, he was too late to block someone, and it collected both himself and another driver. I think it was Kenny Schrader. It brought him into the wall of turn 4. And he was gone. And normally I would say, oh, they love the sport they're doing, but the reason why this memory hits hard is that my mother was a fan of his. She felt like she knew this guy on a personal level. In fact, she even got to meet him. And this makes me laugh every time, but my father tells it like this. He tells me, we got into, I don't even remember what track it was. They got into a track. They got in line to see Dale Earnhardt, and he was sitting with, I think, a few of his friends. And, they got up to him, and my dad started talking with him like he was just a family friend. My mom stood there, her mouth basically dropped open, and she openly gapped at him. Because this guy was known as the Intimidator. Because if you were in his way, he was going to move you, whether you liked it or not. And there was no in between. Either you hated this guy or you liked him. And my mom liked him. So, she was a major fan of his. And after the wrecks, we didn't think anything of it. Because if you've seen other wrecks, you'd know his didn't look that bad. He hit the wall head on. And it didn't look bad because he's been in rollovers and every other wreck that you can think of that could possibly kill somebody. Dropping NASCAR stores. Yeah, not probably the most appropriate of times. And after the wreck, again, this was in turn 4 of Daytona, they had come to a rest near the front straightaway in the grass, and the guy who won the race was Michael Waltrip, and his brother Daryl was an announcer in the booth. And if you look the clip up, because it's unfortunately a very popular clip, you can hear him and how happy he was to see his brother win the Daytona 500, because it's a very big race. It means a lot. But you could also hear, because he looked over to the wreck and he said, I hope everything's alright, because they had just panned over to Earnhardt's car, and the guy who wrecked with him had stopped not far away from him and got out the car and walked over to his car to say, hey, what the fuck, man? Everything okay? And they immediately cut away from it. But the driver started ushering to the ambulance to get the fuck over there, and now. And it was absolute chaos after the race. The winner of the race did not know about it, so he was in victory lane celebrating. Everyone kept quiet about it. They didn't want to spoil the win for him. They brought Dale to the in-care fail center. Then they realized they needed to take his ass to the hospital. They took him to the hospital. He didn't make it. And when Mike Helton, he was something in NASCAR. I can't remember what. I want to say the vice chairman. I could be right. I could be wrong. But these words will forever haunt my memory and what followed right after. His exact words were, "I'm sorry to say, but as of today, after the Daytona 500, we have lost Dale Earnhardt." And my mother let out an ear-piercing scream and started crying. Which, it made me cry, because as a little kid, I just, all of a sudden, my mother's screaming bloody murder. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Why is Mom crying? She ran upstairs because we were sitting downstairs in the cellar watching it because it was my dad's man cave. My dad was with me trying to calm me down. My mom went upstairs to talk with her parents. And racing after that was very different. My mother was so angry with NASCAR and didn't want to watch any more of the races. But my dad, having been around racing his whole life, put it on the TV the next week, and they continued to watch racing. And that memory sticks with me because, as stupid as it sounds, that's when it became abundantly clear to me they're not just going in circles. They are risking their lives as any football player, as any hockey player, as any baseball player does. Their lives could be done just like that. All it takes is one bad move. And as a kid, you don't quite realize the gravity of it until something bad happens. And I started paying more attention to NASCAR. And not long after that, a few years later, and this one really pisses me off, because after Senior's death, they started installing safety barriers, which is basically getting rid of the concrete barriers that we had around the racetracks. Which, if you ask me, was fucking... They should have done that a long time ago. Would have saved so many stupid idiots' lives. Jeff Gordon, my driver. I don't remember what track it was. I want to say it was at Daytona. He got wrecked. And he hit the wall. And he was in pretty bad shape for a little bit. I don't remember the extent, because that's when my mother got me the fuck away from the screen, because she thought it was Dale Earnhardt all over again. And she didn't want me to see if that was the end of his life. She didn't want me to see it. Thankfully, he's alright. He fucked up his back. And I just... yeah, off topic real quick. Yeah, this conversation does in fact make him look like an idiot. This is why I'm not voice acting it, because it's basically mechanics you should know. But it's funny to me when people, and this is why I've warned many people when they want to start pissing me off, and they know I'm a NASCAR fan. I'm very easily triggered. So they think, I know what to do. Let's shit talk NASCAR. Nobody can ever die there. I could give you 2 people off the top of my head. Actually, 3 people. Dan Weldon, an IndyCar racer. Dale Earnhardt Sr., I personally saw that. And if you're into gruesome fucking accidents, Russell Phillips. Good luck if you want to watch that, because I'm going to warn you now. If you are squeamish, I would not look up his incident. I wouldn't even read about it. The same for Gordon Smiley and Tom Price. If you can't handle it, don't look it up. But motorsports is deadly. Just as football and basketball and all these other damn sports are. So when people think, oh, this is a great idea, let's piss her off, I forewarn them, you might not want to. But I know this is a dumb place to talk about it, but NASCAR to me is just my life. And it took, and I've said this to my mother's face, and I meant it in a lighthearted way, and it can't really be seen as lighthearted, but I told her later on when I got older, the only reason why I stayed with NASCAR is because I witnessed a man died. I seen NASCAR's best die. And years later, I wouldn't admit it then because Jeff Gordon and him had a rivalry, and there was a lot going on, and our 2 fan bases could not connect. So Earnhardt fans would mock me for being a Gordon fan, and I just hated the guy because his fans were jerks. So I wouldn't admit it for quite a long time, but Earnhardt did in fact make the sport better. And honestly, NASCAR misses him every day. Because if you watch today's racing, it's a fucking joke. Ike, there's someone here claiming to be an envoy from the theocracy of Begnion. She's been asking if the Princess of Crimea is aboard. What do you want to do? A Begnion envoy? How did she know about this ship? Perhaps she had word from King Gallia. On the other hand, this is Begnion we're speaking of. I imagine it has spies in every corner of the continent. Perhaps one of those spies is the source of her information. So we shouldn't be surprised that she knows about Princess Alicia, right? Oh. Is this the one that happened over in UK? It has to be, because it happened around November, too. I thought they, let him go. I guess not. I told my mom when I saw it, it's like, that looked intentional. And she's like, no, it wasn't. It was an accident. It's like, why is a hockey player jumping off the fucking ice, man? Where do you think the feet go there? It's like the gas pedals in a fucking race car. You leave your feet down. You don't drive the damn around the track on your feet, you fool. No, but it's extremely unusual for Begnion to send an envoy to meet a princess whom they do not even acknowledge. Exactly. That's what I said when I saw that. It's like, I know zip about hockey. I don't even give a shit about hockey. But that man had no reason to have his feet lift the ground that way. What do you mean? It's a complicated matter. You see, the envoy is essentially an extension of the Empress herself. Both Crimea and Dain were once part of Begnion. Both nations have only recently splintered from the theocracy. I can't fathom why the Empress would extend the courtesy of an envoy to a nation she must consider somewhat beneath her. She must be planning something. Beneath her? That is something somewhat harsh, don't you think? Perhaps, but it's true. Clothing it in sweet words will not hide its bitterness, will it? Soren, even I would question the tactfulness of your words. I will try to be more diplomatic. I do not think you will. Ike, Nasir, you've no need to scold Soren. His words are just that. They do me no harm. I'm glad to hear that, Princess, but he should mind his manners, especially before he pisses off the Empress. Deciding how we ought to treat with this envoy is more person issue. Princess, will you meet her and heal her message? Why is my nose so unbearably freaking itchy? I believe I must. We gain nothing by refusing to see her. Let us meet with the envoy. Princess Alicia of Crimea, I presume. Yes. It is an honor to meet you. My name is Tanith. I'm Deputy Commanding Officer of Begnion's Royal Holy Roll blah 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 Guard. I must ask, what would Begnion want of me that she would send her Holy Guard to greet me? Look! Tomato, tomato, potato, tomato. Fuck me, I can't even do that now. The Apostle has learned of you, Princess Alicia, and she has come to meet with you personally. Hey, if it works, it works. Well, I want to add words. They might make it sound better. The duty falls upon me to take you to her now. The Apostle? Am I to meet? Surely the Apostle has better things to do than. Will you accompany me? Exactly. If it works, it works. I suppose that Okay. Look. It may not always work with me, but I'm still gonna do it. We are the princess's escorts. Yeah. Now I'm not seeing words that should be there. And we will be coming with her. I hope you understand. Yeah, I'm sorry. Devil, I have to say it. I'm pretty sure Tanith has what we call a resting bitch face. She must feel that way. She's a Pegasus knight. We all know they're not that great. They're okay, but they're not that great. I don't think she knows what a good time is. That's how we've said it, Apostle! Then yes, I will go with you. Thank you. I always found the other one, I can't think of her name, to be pretty. The one with the blue hair? Bad news, ma'am! We've sighted lagoons near the Apostle's position. Birdmen, crows, most likely. Selby, we've been through this before. I could say it fine 1 minute and then the next minute it will be wrong. At this point, let's roll with the flow. We've seen their kind before. They fancy themselves pirates without a ship, but they're thieves plain and simple. Commander Sigrun, that was her name, is with the Apostle, and it will take more than a few winged scavengers to get past her. Let's remain calm. Actually, I'm afraid we aren't quite sure where the Apostle is. Therefore, it's fine. If she says it's fine, it's fine. What? They've kidnapped the Apostle? No. From what the commander said, the Apostle grew impatient and had another one of her more willful moments. I will say it as such. I asked at the docks, and sure enough, one of the longshoremen, oh good lord, heard her order the ship to set sail without us. What? Where were her attendants? What was she doing without her guard? Why can't she ever just stay put? I'm sorry, her guard is a bunch of Pegasus knights. the fuck? How does a child escape a legion of Pegasus Knights? What the fuck are y'all doing? Stopple. Stopple! I could. I better not, because then I might actually. I've told her time and time again that the seaports here are rampant with pirates and crow thugs. I thought that said crow things for a minute. Right. Where is she now? The wind is poor today, so we think her ship should not be too far from us. I came here as quickly as I could. Understood. We'll move immediately. I like that. That's so cute. Excuse me, but is something wrong? Your Highness, I must apologize, but an urgent matter has arisen, and I must attend to it immediately. Our Empress, our 12-year-old, potentially 10-year-old Empress ran off. No. I will return for you later. Await my return. What was that all about? Judging from her expression, I'd say something has happened to the person she's meant to be protecting. Say, do you think that ship over there is involved? The envoy is flying in that direction. If so, then the Pegasus Knight's fears have been realized, or already been realized. They're under attack. It's the ravens they spoke of, isn't it? Telling Devil to tell me to do that's not gonna work. How do you do that kind of magic in the first place?
Grab the stick and twist it!
Why? First off, whose dick? Actually, I shouldn't. No, never mind. I'm not even gonna. Nope, we're not gonna continue that one. That one's. Are you feeling alright, Soren? No, of course not. It's not like you'd offer help to anyone. It's a great opportunity to put the Empress in our debt. We'd be fools to pass it up, wouldn't we? I should have known you'd have an angle. What do you want to do, Titania? Oh my god. Oh no, not that shit! Not again! I can't do the ara. I can't! I'm not, no. No. I'm not, first off, I'm not sexy enough to pull that shit off. I don't approve of Soren's motivations, but I agree we should help. Very much so. Well then, that's all we'll do. Well, you'll be alright, your own princess. Yes, dandy, fine, delightful. If it's not doing that, it's the other one. You're doing the right thing. I would not dream of stopping you. I know those pirates are no match for your strength. Give them a sound thrashing. Huh, you're starting to sound like one of us, aren't you? Well then, we better get going. I do too know what sexy is. I know it's not me. Fuck, if I could look like my VTuber in real life, I would be happy. I don't care if it's sexy. I just want the hair. But it would not look good on the chubby girl, that's for damn sure. No matter how many we defeat, there are more waiting to attack. And not just those ravens of Kilboss either. There are Bjork too. What do they want? What do they all want here? Hi there! Need some help? Begnion. Dude, no. I couldn't pull off Begnion. Yeah, I can't even say it.
Do it! Make your dreams come true!
Dude, I couldn't do that. Are you Princess Chimera's escort? No, I'm the plumber next door. What the fuck do you think, Tanith? That would be appreciated. I'm sure it would be. Begnion, I can't even. Fuck. And I'm doing it wrong because I got an itchy nose. Ugh, I don't know what the hell's going on, but it's incredibly freaking itchy. Sure, it's not. I want to be a millionaire by the end of today. How the hell do I do that? I want to become one of the top leading VTubers in the whole world. And I want that now. Actually, no, I don't. I don't know if I do that well with limelight on me. Some love it. I would be the one that's like, get the damn light off me. I'm going to go hide in the corner now. Bye. The big vessel is ours. I'm not sure who the smaller one belongs to. Marry and divorce a billionaire. Yeah, I do not think a billionaire would find me remotely attractive unless he's 70. In which case, I am not marrying a 70-year-old billionaire. I am not a gold digger. What the fuck? There are human soldiers aboard, but if they're in this part of the sea, they must be pirates. Cut them down! Right, we'll take care of them. Sure we will. Right. Where on earth is the Holy Guard? Between those crows and the pirates, we're outnumbered. It's only a matter of time before we're overwhelmed. Nope, I don't, because you could say that, and I guarantee you there's plenty of cat girls out there, all with different colored hair. I will fight too. You're one of the passengers from House DeMille? DeMille? Aren't you? I can't permit someone of your stature to throw herself into harm's way. I was once a knight of Begnion, albeit for a short while. I won't get in your way. Sure you won't. No, I can't. Oh my god. Now that's dedication. That's dedication. Is that for the 3D model you're trying to make? Don't they already have left 3D art, though? We must defend the Apostle, right? We do not have the luxury of choosing how to do so. Come, we must get ready. The enemy is coming. You're right. We need every able fighter. Accept my apologies and thank you for your help. Lady Astrid! Allow me to serve as your shield. Hello, gay tree. Yes, I'm calling him that on purpose now. 20 models, the fuck, bro? Gaytree! I'm so sorry that I've gotten you involved in this too. No, I'm not. Left belongs to Soren. No, I think Soren would disagree. Ike belongs to Soren. Oh, please, this is nothing. I'm fine. Before I was hired as your bodyguard, I was a top-notch mercenary. I can handle this many opponents all by myself. This is nothing. Is that so? Your confidence is impressive, to say the least. Yes, it is. Whatever. Great. Fantastic. Tee-hee! God damn it. Who even says that in real life? Well, trust me. My confidence is backed with my blade. I'm ready to fight. But no less. I'm trying to... So you're in the, you're into making Automart. Now that's impressive. I can't even draw a fucking stick figure. Oh my god, Devil. Holy shit. Oh no, there are more of them. We're doomed. No, don't panic. We must protect the Apostle no matter what. Listen up, pirate scum. You may outnumber us, but we will not yield an inch. Wait, don't get oh, what in the hell did I just do? How do I activate Steam? No, I do not want to play Tales of Jesus Christ. Soren Luft shippers are very rare. We're here to help you. We're your reinforcement. The deputy commander of the Holy Guard asked us to help drive the enemy from this ship. The apostle has taken refuge. Yeah. She's hiding underneath there. Until the Holy Guard arrives, we need you to defend the entrance to the ship's cabin. Kips. Got it. Rappa's ready, everybody. Here. Move you out the way. Smite. Okay, good. That's the right button. Gantry, I will get you later. But right now, I'd much rather get my other units up here. I liked Persona 5. It was a fun game. Never got the third one. I haven't even heard anything about the game, whether or not it's good or not. To be honest, I haven't really given a crap. I'm not like a diehard fan that has to follow the franchise wherever the hell it goes. Well, to be fair, wouldn't you argue any fan that's passionate about the game franchise they've been following and loved since they were children? Wouldn't you argue they're all like that, though? I mean, I guess to put it into perspective, is there a franchise you would argue is the best in the entire world and any other game is just inferior to it? And anyone who tells you otherwise, they're just complete idiots because they don't know the gem that is the game that you love? I mean, we all have one, I say. Then they're not friends. That's all I can say. If they're that petty, they're not friends. I haven't really been paying much attention to the Discord today. I am so sorry. I have just been so fed up with life, and it's just like, I want one day where I am my old hermit self that just scrolls on YouTube and does absolute shit for the day. And anyone, okay, I will say this about people. I understand if there's a franchise that you will stand next to and you will say it's the best one in the entire franchise, no game could possibly compare, and anyone who says otherwise are stupid fools who have never seen a good game in their entire lives. I could argue that there are plenty of those people out there. But the ones that go beyond and just like trash other people for saying it's not a gem, all I can say is you need help. I'm not sure if I quite feel ready to bring Astra out there. I'm trying to think of a series that I'd stand by no matter what. Sadly, the thing is, and I know not everyone will agree with me on this, but the games that I like are games that have gone down in history as possibly being the best games in the entire world. That would be Jak and Daxter, that Legacy. Sly Cooper was up there. What other game? The one game franchise that I don't think is as good as everyone says it is Mario. I think that's just overdone. Yeah, I don't get that at Nilla. I've played Ocarina of Time, and I disagree. The best Zelda game, I think, is Wind Waker. But that's me. I don't care if people like what I think about the franchise either. It's like, fuck you. It's the game I like. I never asked you to like it. I don't trust any one of you fuckers not to come roaring at... Yeah. You know what? I have to take some risks. Do that. And... do this. And Reese, I think I'm just gonna leave where he is. The way I see it is... how do I put this into words? I've seen many fans that would say that their games are the best in the world, and if, God forbid, they be remade. I will say Majora's Mask is the best in terms of character development. Gameplay-wise, please don't get mad at me. Actually, you know what, I don't care if you do, because again, we are all entitled to our opinions. But I gotta say it. I hated Majora's Mask. I hated that game so much. And I hated it for the mechanics. Please kill. Thank God. Yes, I get they were different than all of the other Zelda games, but I hated, absolutely hated, that every time once you get like this stupid ocarina thing, you had to be very, very, very careful of how you delegated your time. Yes, I hate the time resets. I fucking hate that. I hate it so fucking much. I think that was the worst decision any game could ever do for their game. Because I don't want to fucking do that. That's so stupid. Look, I will say this. Yes, it was vastly different from what you'd expect from a Zelda game. And props to them for that. But I hated it. The story was great. The character development was awesome. The NPCs were more than just NPCs. You had to care about every fucking character. That is what I loved. But the time mechanics... I can't tell you how many times I've freaked the actual fuck out trying to get to the first dungeon of that game, and hoped that I would make it through that dungeon in time. This could be a problem. I do, because I don't like being pressured into doing things. I don't do well under pressure. I like being given the option to take as long as I want to explore, to fuck up, to do my usual shenanigans. When you take that from me, then I have a very, very, very big problem. Oh god, it's one of those. I did not know that. God damn it, why are all the good games left behind shit like that? That's so stupid. I will, see, that's what I mean, Ednilla. I appreciate that it's different in that regard. But that difference is not something I look for in a game. How am I gonna do this? I could sit you here. I wish I could I had a dancer or something, so Astrid could go after this guy. I mean, logically, yes, I agree. It is a bit strange when you have a game where the boss just waits for you. That just, to me, logically, it does not make sense. And I will say that for Wind Waker. It's a bit wacky that you can still, above the water, after collecting the Triforce, you're not immediately rushed to the Tower of the Gods to go under the water. And we all know that by that point, Ganondorf is at full power. He has no problem getting to and below the water. So we all know Zelda is in danger. But we're not rushed or not pressured to get down there. And I get that. Because logically speaking, no, that does not make sense. If I were to block you, okay, you would not. I'm trying to block him. Oh, fuck. Oh, thank God. I didn't mind Persona. It's an okay game. But not my cup of tea. I could, and I kid you not, and I'm debating on doing this because I love fucking around with this game. I absolutely love the absolute fuck out of, what are the two games? Jak and Daxter and Sly Cooper. Those are my go-to games. Okay, and we can heal you. Can I just get you a second? And people say the games rot your brain. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. I disagree with that one. They rot your brain so much that they can help you learn time management. guess I should bring you over here. I mean, I don't know what my best option here is. Oh, you don't have a javelin. Okay, fine. Can you just walk up to the guy? Okay, you can. Why? Why? Just why would I want to do that to myself? I'm sorry, is he not an armored unit? You know what, Mia, I'll wait. You coward, get back here. In Majora's Mask, the farthest I've ever made it is to the Goron part. I remember a crying Goron, and I remember trying to do some side quests, and it kept fucking me up, and it just felt like, this is ridiculous. I have actually never played Pikmin before in my life. I've heard about it. I've never played it. I don't know if you could do that, Jill. Yeah, I guess this is the only way you're gonna do it. I think little kid me thought the same, that Pikmin looked a little weird. Fuck, she doesn't have one either? Okay, well, Nephene's supposed to be good. Nephene! Nephene! Fucking hell, woman. Okay, Ileana will be dead if she stays there. I really want to save this bird for Astrid, but I don't think she'll get to it. I guess I'll give it to you then. I will say this, and I never thought I would, and old-time viewers of my channel would know this story. But there's one game that still catches me to this day. It catches me off with how much I actually appreciate it. And that's Xenoblade. That... I hated that game when it first came out. I fucking loathed it. I love Xenoblade. I love it. It's an okay game that does take a bit to get used to. But that's the one series I can confidently say that I'm surprised I genuinely like, because I hated it when I first got it. Jeez, I wonder why, Nilla. Everyone loves those guys. That's way too fucking risky. You need to go. And I'll set you up to get over here. What, you can't attack him? Mordecai is supposed to be good, but I'm waiting for him to get his thing up. Oh my god. Was that supposed to hurt? Yeah, sorry, I couldn't see this earlier because I had adjusted my Twitch chat. But yes, Devil, I remember you, and, I'm surprised I haven't seen him yet. Selby were the first people who started coming every day. The game I first started streaming, Xenoblade 2. We never did complete that one. I was in the midst of working on Xenoblade 3. I got the DLC for the Xenoblade 3 because it was just so good. I love Xenoblade. It's funny. It took me. Ooh, that's a pretty good axe. I just find it funny that I hated that game. Absolutely hated it. And now it's probably one of my favorites. My dad would have been pissed if I had done what I had originally wanted to do to it, though. See, the thing is, my dad got it for me for a birthday present, and I played it for about a half hour to maybe an hour. And I didn't understand a fucking thing that was happening. Not the mechanics. I kept getting my ass kicked. I didn't understand the story. And it wasn't interesting enough to me. So I said, you know what? I'm fucking done. This game sucks. And I left for years. Then they got, I saw a promo for Xenoblade 2. And that looked fun. So I got that. And oh my god. Did I play the fuck out of that or what? Hands down, the best game I played in a long time. Yeah, I didn't think you'd get to him in time. What does this look like? That's not bad. I thought for a minute he was gonna crit. Got it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Astrid, some strength would be appreciated, darling. Actually, wait, do you have... Stop. You do. Okay. You know, I just started today's stream and I did not do my usual, hi ho, how's everybody doing crap. I just realized that. Whoops.